No one expected the war to come so fast. 1 week, Earth was at peace. The next, alien ships were in the sky, and governments collapsed before they could even fight back. The invaders didn't speak. They didn't send demands. They simply arrived and started taking people. Liam wasn't a soldier. He was just a mechanic from New Houston Colony, living in the lower rings where the air smelled like oil and the lights always flickered. When the power grid went down and the warning sirens failed to start, Liam knew something was wrong. By the time he reached the surface, the sky was glowing red and filled with strange shapes moving like shadows over the city. He ran toward the evacuation center, only to find it already overrun. Bodies lay still on the floor. The air smelled like burnt wires and metal, but there was no blood, just silence. That was the worst part. The aliens didn't make noise, not when they hunted, not when they took. Liam didn't know why they spared him. He had tried to fight one of them, strange tall creatures with armored suits and glowing skin, but it only stared at him, then walked away. Maybe they thought he was unimportant. Maybe he was just lucky. Either way, he survived. 3 days later, deep inside the ruins of the old city station, he found someone. She was lying on the floor, half covered by debris and glowing faintly. Her skin was deep red, her hair silver and long, like threads of metal. She looked like one of them, but different. Smaller, softer, hurt. At first, Liam aimed his makeshift plasma torch at her, unsure if she was a threat. But she didn't move. Her breathing was slow, almost too still. And then, without thinking why, Liam moved closer. He saw the wound on her side burned, like she had been shot by her own kind. Her arms were crossed over her stomach protectively. She was unconscious, still breathing. But barely. He didn't know what made him do it. Maybe it was because he'd lost everything. Maybe it was because she looked so helpless, or maybe, deep down, he just wanted to save someone. Anyone. Liam dragged her to his old mechanic bunker under the city, a place with tools, power, and walls thick enough to hide from the scanners. He worked for hours, sealing the wound with foam, adjusting the temperature to match her alien vitals, doing whatever he could remember from his first aid training. She didn't wake up that night, nor the next. But she was alive. He watched her often, confused. Her skin shimmered in the low light, and strange, faint pulses ran across her body when she slept. Sometimes her muscles would twitch, like something inside was shifting or reacting to something unseen. Liam told himself it was just alien biology. Nothing more. But then, it happened. On the third night, while he was checking her vitals, he noticed something under the thin sheet covering her body. A movement, small, slow, just under her lower abdomen. It moved, pushing the fabric upward for a second, then stopped. Liam froze. He leaned closer, eyes wide. The monitor showed nothing wrong, no pain spikes, no heartbeat increase, but it had definitely moved. Not like breathing, not like muscle spasm. It was something else. He backed away, trying to stay calm. It was just alien biology, he repeated. To himself again. Maybe it was part of how her body healed. Or maybe it was, the movement came again. This time, it was more defined. Like tentacles pressing against her skin from the inside, trying to reach out. Liam's mouth went dry. He wanted to run. He wanted to look away, but he couldn't. He just stood there, eyes locked on the subtle motion beneath the fabric, as something within her responded. And she hadn't even opened her eyes yet. Liam didn't sleep that night. He sat across the room, watching her from a distance. The alien girl hadn't moved since the last time those tentacles shifted under her skin. The machine still blinked slowly, showing signs of life, but nothing else. He didn't know if she was dangerous. But something deep in his chest told him she wasn't. Whatever was happening to her, she wasn't in control of it. In the early hours, she stirred. Her fingers twitched, Then her eyes opened. They were not like human eyes. They were a soft glow violet, with tiny golden rings that shifted like living circuits. Liam stood frozen. She looked at him but didn't speak. Just blinked. Once. Twice. Then her hand slowly moved to her stomach. She felt it too. Liam stepped forward carefully, raising both hands to show he wasn't a threat. "You're safe," he said quietly. I helped you." Her lips parted, but her voice was weak, almost a whisper. "Why?" He didn't have an answer. "Because you were alone," he finally said, "and I know how that feels." She studied him like she didn't believe his words. Then she winced, her body tensing as something moved again beneath her skin. This time, Liam saw her jaw tighten. She was in pain, even if the monitors didn't show it. "What is it?" he asked. She closed her eyes, breathing slowly. "It woke too soon," she said. "What did?" She didn't answer. Instead, she tried to sit up but fell back, weak. Liam rushed to steady her. "Please don't move," he said. "You don't understand," she whispered. "If it senses fear, it grows." Liam's heart pounded. "What grows?" She looked at him again. "Not with fear, with sadness. My reproductive core," she said softly. "It's not ready. It's still evolving." Liam tried to stay calm, but the word reproductive made his head spin. "What do you mean evolve?" "In my kind," she explained slowly, "we are born with dormant biology. But if the body is near death, the core activates, thinking. It must prepare to pass on life before the host dies." He understood the idea. It was like a survival reflex. One last chance to reproduce before death. Nature's backup plan. "And now?" he asked. "It thinks I'm dying," she said. "So it's trying to complete its cycle, too fast. That's why it moves." Liam ran his hand through his hair. "Can I help? Is there a way to stop it?" She looked at him with something close to trust. Then she nodded weakly. "You must keep me calm. Speak. Stay close. If it senses no danger, it might slow down." He grabbed a stool and sat beside her. "My name is Liam," he said. She blinked slowly. "I am called Sarava." They sat in silence for a while. He told her about Earth before the invasion, about his dog, the sky trains, how people once laughed. She listened, and the movement under her skin softened. Slower, less violent. But then, the scanners beeped. Something changed. New reading pulsed on the screen, energy building in her lower abdomen. Like something inside was waking up. Sarava's face turned pale. "No," she whispered. "It's forming early." "What is?" Liam asked. She looked at him with fear. "The tendrils. They are not only part of reproduction. They are part of protection. If they don't recognize you, they will attack." Liam stepped back a little. "And if I stay?" he asked. She held his arm. "Then maybe, just maybe, they will bond instead." And just then, the lights flickered again. The machine hummed louder. Her body glowed faintly. The tendrils were starting to emerge. The air inside the bunker changed. It became warmer, heavier. Liam could hear the machines humming louder. And the lights above flickered again. The soft glow from Sarava's body was no longer just a faint shimmer. It pulsed now, slow, but steady, like something was alive beneath her skin. Liam didn't know what to do. He wanted to help, but his hands were shaking. Her words kept echoing in his mind. "If they don't recognize you, they will attack." But she had also said something else. "If you stay, they might bond." Sarava's eyes fluttered shut, her breath shallow. Sweat glistened on her red skin, and the shape beneath her abdomen began to rise again. Slowly, something smooth and long pushed gently against the thin layer of her suit. Not sharp, not violent, but real. Liam stepped closer, slowly, calmly. He didn't want to scare her or whatever was inside. "It's all right," he said softly. "I'm here." Sarava's Eyes opened just a little. Don't show fear. It will sense it. He nodded. Okay. The tendrils beneath her skin moved again. This time, 2 of them slid outward under the fabric, stretching to the sides of her waist like they were reaching. The motion was smooth, not aggressive. Almost like they were feeling the air around them. Liam sat down beside the bed, staying low, hands resting on his knees. What are they doing? He asked. They're trying to scan, she said weakly. To learn who is near me, to find safety, if they don't find it. They will defend me. One of the tendrils now touched the edge of her bodysuit. A small seam opened along her lower side, not tearing the fabric, but reshaping it like it was made to stretch. A tentacle emerged from within, thin and glowing faint blue at the tip. It hovered in the air. Liam held his breath. It moved toward him. Slowly, like a curious snake, it floated closer to his face, stopping just inches from his eyes. Then it moved down toward his chest. He sat perfectly still. Sarava whispered, "Let it touch you." Liam nodded once. The tentacle touched his shirt. It was warm. It paused there, then moved to his bare arm. When it touched his skin, Liam felt a strange pulse, not pain, not heat, but something alive. It scanned him, not with light, with feeling. It was as if it was reading his body through sensation alone. Then the tentacle pulled back and vanished. Under her skin. The energy on the screen calmed. Sarava exhaled deeply and whispered, "It accepted you." Liam didn't understand how or why, but he felt it too. The tension in the room faded. Her body relaxed. The light in her skin dimmed back to a soft glow. "You're bonded now," she said. "To you?" He asked. "To the core," she replied. "It trusts you. That means I can survive." Liam sat there still shaking. He didn't sign up for any of this. He was a mechanic, not a medic or protector of alien life forms. But something about her made him stay. Maybe it was the fact that she needed help. Or maybe he just couldn't turn away from someone who looked at him like he mattered. "Now what happens?" he asked. She closed her eyes again. "Now it will grow, and I must stay near you. If I lose contact, it may turn aggressive again. You are the anchor now." He blinked. "Anchor? You are the one it chose to keep me alive." Before he could reply, the base alarm suddenly buzzed. A soft vibration ran through the floor. Liam turned toward the control screen. A motion sensor had picked up something outside, moving fast. And not human. Sarava opened her eyes, panic returning. "They found me," she said. "Who?" Liam asked. "My own kind." And just like that, the room filled with dread again. The motion sensor beeped again. Liam stared at the screen. A heat signature was approaching fast, maybe 30 meters from the bunker entrance. Then another appeared behind it. And a third. He turned to Sarava, whose eyes were now fully alert. "They're scouts," she said. "They're tracking my signal." Liam looked around the room. He didn't have weapons. Just tools, broken parts, and an old plasma cutter. "Can we hide you?" he asked. She shook her head. "They'll scan the entire area. Once they see the energy signature from the core inside me, they'll know." Liam moved quickly to shut down some of the power systems. He dimmed the lights, covered the entrance camera, and switched to backup batteries. The screen flickered. The 3 signals had stopped just outside the outer wall. "They're here," Liam whispered. Sarava slowly sat up, holding her side. Her bodysuit adjusted itself again, stretching around her lower torso. The glow from under her skin began to rise. The tendrils inside her moved slowly again, but this time they were responding to danger. "If they enter, they'll try to remove the core," she said. Forcefully, Liam stared at her. "Won't that kill you?" "Yes." He clenched his fists. "Then they're not taking you." Just then, the metal door above rattled. Someone trying to force it open. Liam grabbed his plasma cutter and ran up to the entrance hatch. He welded a few extra support bars across the inside panel and checked the manual locks. "Liam," Sarava called weakly, "they will use gas if they cannot break the door." "You must leave." He shook his head. "Not a chance." She looked at him, truly looked at him. "Why are you doing this? You don't even know me." He paused for a moment, then said, "Because you're not a thing. You're someone. You didn't attack me. You trusted me. That means something." Sarava's glow softened. Then the noise stopped. No pounding. No sound. Liam stepped back, confused. Suddenly, a high-pitched hum filled the air. "What is that?" he asked. Sarava's face turned pale. "They're using a resonance beam. It shakes the air molecules. If I'm inside, the core will think I'm under attack and it will release itself." Liam rushed down to her side. The screen started flashing red. Sarava's body temperature was rising fast. The tentacles beneath her skin pushed again, this time with force. One of them stretched the suit across her side, trying to emerge. "No. No, stay calm," Liam said, holding her hand tightly. She gasped. "It's not working. It's coming out." One of the tentacles slipped out, glowing slightly at the tip. Another followed. They waved in the air like they were reaching, confused. Liam stayed still, breathing calmly, not letting go of her hand. Then something strange happened. The tentacles moved toward him again and wrapped gently around his wrist. Sarava's eyes widened. "It remembers you. It's stabilizing." More tentacles appeared, but instead of striking or protecting, they stayed close to Liam, wrapping lightly around his arm and shoulder. Resting on his chest, the core had chosen its protector. The screen stopped, flashing. Her temperature lowered. She relaxed into the bed, still holding Liam's hand. Outside, the beam stopped. "They don't know why it didn't react," she whispered. "They think you resisted," Liam said. She nodded. "They'll leave. For now." And they did. The motion signals vanished from the radar, one by one. Silence returned. But Liam knew they would come back. Next time, harder. Next time, prepared. He turned to Sarava. "What do we do now?" he asked. She looked down at her body. The tentacles now retreating beneath the surface slowly. "We evolve," she said softly. "Together." The bunker felt quiet again, but the silence wasn't peaceful. Liam sat near Sarava, watching her carefully. The tentacles had returned under her skin, but the glow still pulsed slowly across her body like waves of soft light. She looked tired. Her head rested against the wall, her breath steady but deep. He could see how much energy it took just to stay stable. "You said, we're bonded now," Liam said carefully. "What does that mean for you?" "For me?" Sarava opened her eyes. "In my kind, bonding is rare. It only happens when the core accepts someone completely, not just for protection, but for life." Liam blinked. "You mean permanently?" She nodded. "The core reads your body, your thoughts, your emotions. If you had shown fear, it would have seen you as a threat. But you stayed. You didn't run." He shifted in his seat, unsure how to respond. "I didn't do anything special." "You did everything," she said softly. There was a pause. Then, Sarava looked down at her hands. They were trembling. "What is it?" Liam asked. She hesitated, then said, "My people. They don't believe in bonding with outsiders. If they learn I connected with a human, they will consider me corrupted." Liam frowned. "Even if it saved your life? That doesn't matter to them. The core is sacred. It was made to pass on pure genes, not mix with another species." Liam looked at her glowing body and remembered how gentle the tentacles had become after touching him. There was no hate in them, no fear, just connection. "What will they do?" he asked. "If they capture me," Sarava said, "they will remove the core by force. They will destroy it." He stood up, pacing. "There has to be a way out of this, some way to protect you." She looked up. There is, but it comes with risk. He stopped. Tell me. If I give the core a final signal, it will lock its bond with you completely. That will stop them from removing it. What does that mean? It will treat you as its source. Its mate, its home. Liam froze. And after that? After that, she said slowly, my body will only respond to you. The core will be calm, but we will be one until death. Liam sat down again, quiet. His mind was spinning. This is a lot, he whispered. I understand, she said. You can say no. If you leave, the bond will fade. It will hurt. But it won't kill me. Liam looked into her eyes, those glowing, strange, beautiful eyes. She wasn't human. She wasn't even supposed to be here. But neither was he. He had no home, no family, no war to fight for. He had only survived, and now. He had her. I'm not leaving, he said. Her eyes widened. I'm scared, he admitted. But I won't let them take you, not now, not after everything. She reached out her hand. Then hold me, she said. And don't let go. Liam moved beside her, placing his arms around her body gently. She was warm, and the pulse under her skin sensed with his heartbeat. The soft tendrils returned, rising slowly from her suit and wrapping around him, not in fear, but in comfort. And then something deep inside her shifted. A glow ran from her chest to her lower abdomen, and the core fully awoke. The room brightened. For a moment, she gasped once, then sighed. It's done, she whispered. He felt it too. Not fear, just connection. But far above, in the silent sky, 3 alien ships changed course. The bond had been detected. They were coming. Asterisk. The glow around Sarava faded slowly, leaving her body calm and still. The tentacles inside her retracted fully, no longer reaching, no longer searching. The core had accepted its bond. It now lived in harmony with Liam. She rested against him. Her breathing soft, her skin warm. But above them, in the clouds of the ruined city, alien ships moved into formation. 3 of them, silent and dark, gliding toward the hidden signal of the core. It was faint but unique, and now locked to a human. Inside the bunker, Liam checked the sensors. They're coming, he said quietly. Sarava didn't speak. She already knew. Liam moved to the control panel. The bunker's defenses were limited. He could trigger an overload that would block their scanners for a few minutes, but not more. I can hold them off, he said. If I distract them long enough, maybe you can escape. She stood slowly, still weak but stronger than before. No, she said. I'm not running. Sarava, I am not a victim anymore, she said firmly. I chose this bond. I chose you. And if they think they can erase that, then they will see what the core truly is. He looked at her, surprised. She stood tall now, her body glowing faintly, her silver white hair falling behind her like light. She looked not like a lost alien girl anymore, but like something powerful, something awakened. Outside, the ships dropped lower. Sarava reached for Liam's hand. Stay close to me, no matter what happens. He nodded. The first beam hit the outer wall, a bright burst of white light shaking the entire bunker. Dust fell from the ceiling. Lights flickered. Alarms screamed. They're forcing entry. Liam shouted. Sarava took a deep breath, then stepped forward. Her skin shimmered, and the suit around her shifted again. From her abdomen, the glow returned. The tendrils rose, but not in panic. They stood still in the air, pulsing with blue light. She raised her hands, and the energy spread from her chest to her fingertips. The core had grown. Fully now. With Liam's bond, it was no longer only for protection. It was something more. The main door exploded. Alien soldiers stepped in tall, armored, weapons in hand. They froze when they saw her. She stood calmly, tendrils glowing, body firm. You do not command me anymore, she said in their language. They shouted warnings. One of them fired a bolt of plasma. Liam reached to pull her back, but Sarava stepped forward. The tendrils moved fast, spinning like threads of living energy. They blocked the shot, then launched forward, wrapping around the attacker's weapon. It shattered in his hand. The rest aimed their guns, but before they could fire, Sarava's core surged. The entire room lit up. A wave of light pushed through the air, and every enemy dropped to their knees. Their armor froze, their bodies locked in place. The core had released its full energy, a defense built not to kill, but to dominate. The enemy shook on the floor, powerless. Sarava walked past them, holding Liam's hand tightly. "I'm done running," she said. Outside, the ships hovered in silence. But Sarava raised her hand, and the core inside her sent out a pulse, a signal that cracked through the sky. She turned to Liam. "That pulse tells them everything. That I've bonded, that the core is claimed. And if they try to take it, the energy will spread to them too." Liam looked up at the clouds. The ships paused. Then, slowly, they turned away. Retreating. The sky cleared. Liam let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. He looked at Sarava. "You did it," he said. "No," she replied with a soft smile. "We did." They walked back into the bunker together. The war wasn't over. The galaxy was still broken. But something had changed deeply. A human and an alien girl, bound not by force or fear, but by choice. And in that bond, a new kind of future was born.